I'm going to tread in some dangerous territory here and talk about some gender role stereotypes around interactions. And first off, I want to be really acknowledging that I'm deep into stereotype land, and that a lot of these are mediated to some degree by my experience. I'm close to 60 years old. I think the gender role stereotypes are much more strictly societally enforced in my generation than they are in younger generations, which I think is wonderful for younger generations. But I think about like traditional male behaviors together, like the dudes are sitting next to each other facing away from each other watching a football game, hunting here in Minnesota, hunting, fishing, that sort of thing. And I think about more traditional gender role interactions among women that are much more likely to be. I think about my wife getting together with a friend, much more likely to have coffee, facing each other, having conversation. And the difficulties this may cause, when men and women get together, and if she's sort of facing, looking for that communication, and he's facing away. And certainly that's a complaint I get a lot from people in my generation, from women with male partners. I'm trying to interact with him and trying to connect, and he's much more emotionally distant than I want to see. And that ability to turn towards rather than turn away from, at least in my practice, a lot of the men I'm working with, are sometimes challenged to make that turn towards their female partners rather than away from the women they're with. I understand these are stereotypes, and I know I'm going to hear from people like, no, my male partner is really terrific at this, and your information is outdated. I'm known, especially old for TikTok. But I'm really interested in hearing what people's personal experiences have been with this, and is this a gender issue? Is this a generational issue? What are your thoughts?